While simple living lifestyle can sound that you have to live in a forest without electronics growing your own food, actually it can still be practiced living quite normal life in the city.
However, there are few things you might want to consider letting go if you want to start simplifying your life.
In our early 20s, we decided to make some decisions, and now being 25, even though I look like 15, it has been a few years that we have made these decisions to go towards more this simpler lifestyle.
And we mentioned the word sacrifices, but we don't actually mean them in the negative sense, but with this word we mean all these little things that we actually liked, but then we understood that in the long run would compromise our happiness and well-being, so we just had
to let them go, kind of. Number one is carefree choices. Before, we used to not really think about what we buy. If we just saw something, for example, in discount, we bought it straight away. Whatever, everything was kind of carefree.
Yeah, for me it was especially hard to let go because it was just a moment of relax and express myself. But then I understood that it was too emotional and impulsive buying, and it made me feel good at the start, but then in the long run it made actually the life a bit more complicated because you get full of stuff and basically the things start to own you.
So now we think really hard before making the decision to buy something and kind of what I'm supporting when I put my money to this thing. The negative side kind of this is, of course, now it takes much more time and it's harder to make decisions, but on the other hand we are now living much more kind of intentional life.
And this still doesn't necessarily mean that you cannot buy what you like, but just bring more awareness to your shopping and think twice before buying something. The next is fast results. Before, we used to work hard and fast to achieve as much as possible in the shortest period of time.
I'm not actually getting anything done here. We understood that that's maybe not the best way to work if you want to get long-term results, and now we work kind of less, but we try to get more done. We understood that productivity comes exactly that you work when you feel good, you have good energy, and not trying to just push yourself to the limits and get as much as done as possible in shortest time possible. Anyway, I cannot speak now.
So the way we make it simple is actually focus one thing at a time, organize as much as possible, and listen to our feelings.
So now we know that there's no sense to work all day without any pauses or breaks.
As in everything, there are the negative sides and the positive sides. The negative sides are that, at least from my side, a lot of patience is required. I always used to work for something I wanted now and get it now. But this is a very good exercise and a life lesson because you cannot always get whatever you want now exactly now.
So we now have better focus, creativity, productivity, and overall headspace. We kind of traded fast results for overall balance. Number 3, friendships. Being surrounded by people who don't have the same values as you do can be quite difficult because it can slow down or even stop your personal growth. So when we notice that there are some people that are bringing some negativity in our life, not so much positivity, we decided to spend less time with these people unconsciously or also consciously to protect our well-being and our personal growth.
Another sacrifice, but more than sacrifice, I would use the word risk, is that not everybody might understand or like your choices and your lifestyle, and this can create kind of difficult situations when you are in social environments.
Yeah, so you can kind of feel left out in many places if you have a simpler lifestyle and you don't want to do everything what other people are doing, or for example receive material gifts or something like that. You can let us know in the comments if you have any stories or similar feelings.
But then on the other hand, I think one of the biggest benefit that comes from this is that now our social life is not anymore about width but about depth.
which means that we might not have so many friends as we had 5 years ago. We have fewer friends, but the relationship with them, they are really deep, full of trust, love, and you can share anything with them.
It's not anymore about quantity, but it's about the quality.
Yeah.
Number 4, newest tech. You know, like modern society advertise these new, super modern, fancy technology devices. The message we get and we feel is that we want it immediately because that's the upgrade version, that's the better version.
You will miss out if you don't get it.
Yes.
Today, get it! I mean, that is how it used to be as well. We used to always want really newest phone or smartwatch, earphones, whatever, just to kind of upgrade our lives. It felt exactly like that. But now we understand that that's not the case. For example, our TV is from 2010. Our phones are old ones.
Resisting dropping in lakes, in water.
Yeah, we have dropped both our phones like twice each and still they work just fine. And for example, I have my gaming headphones from 2011 that I use for edit these videos and occasionally pretend to be a pilot as well.
This is your Captain Seve speaking. Welcome on board and remember to like and subscribe.
The sacrifice here is that we are trading the quality for environmentalism and our values, because having these old devices means to renounce, for example, watching 4K quality Netflix
or listen to music with crisp sounding headphones. Or...
Oh my god, that's true.
Yeah, but this doesn't stop us at all to enjoy kind of these devices. We don't feel like we need to have the next thing to be happy and satisfied.
Yeah, the fact is that we could have better, but we choose to not have because it doesn't really make us happy in the long run. We are just grateful of what we have.
And if you need some ideas of what you could reduce or remove from your life to get some better mental clarity, check out this video.
It's here.
No, it's here.
It's here.
Number 5, letting go of the old you. If you want to start having more simple life, you need to start to be more self-aware and accept your new values and decisions. This might not be easy, but you can't stay stuck between wanting to be something and not lining up your actions with that and not doing anything, or otherwise you will just feel quite bad mentally.
The fact is that being the old yourself, it's so much easier. So sometimes I just want to do this impulsive shopping as the good old days. You feel like you can't, so it might seem at the first place like a sacrifice, but then you have to understand that it's not really. So the way we think now is that we just accept and embrace our new values like veganism and minimalism.
Once you find the reasons why you want to simplify your life, want to have different kind of lifestyle, you feel much more confident in yourself.
And we feel so much more fulfilled because living a life according to your values makes you feel so much happier. For more videos about simple living and simple lifestyle, check out this playlist here.
Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Ciao.
Ciao.